Going on, guys? Worms Forum coming at you guys today with another preview with a Saturday game. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are coming into town to face the Detroit Lions at Ford Field at a 1 o'clock start on a Saturday. Boxing Day bashing. That's what I like to call this game. The Buccaneers coming in at 9-5, second in the NFC South versus our Detroit Lions, who are 5-9 and at the bottom of the barrel, fourth place in their division. This is a weird game all around, guys, but we'll get to that in a bit. But we'll go off the injury report right away. They got Ronald Jones, who's on the COVID list, their running back. COVID list. He's also recovering from a finger surgery, so he'll be out today. The list is kind of small, guys. They do have cornerback Carlton Davis, so he's probably their best corner. He's out with a groin. He did not practice. He's doubtful, but I think he's out. Quarterback Tom Brady, not injury related, full practice, probably some veteran rest for the old man. And outside linebacker Jason Pierre-Paul with a knee, didn't practice, probably game time decision, he's probably going. And Sue, same thing, and Dominican Sue, former Detroit Lion, not injury related too, did not practice, probably some rest for the big fellow, so he'll be going today. And then they're promising rookie safety Antoine Winfield out of Minnesota with the shoulder, but he was a full practice today, so he's probably go too. So they're the injury list for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is kind of small. Couple guys out though, Ronald Jones and Carlton Davis, so they are missing out on some pretty key players. But other than that, they're pretty healthy. On the Lions, guys, you guys know our issues. Offensive lineman, right tackle, can kind of play everywhere. Tyrell Crosby got an ankle, he's out. Wide receiver Kenny Golladay, hip, out. Put him on IR. For Pete's sakes, I have no idea why this man hasn't been put on IR. This is like the 8th game in a row. 7th, 8th game in a row. Put him on IR. Why didn't you in the first place? I just don't understand this, man. Linebacker Jamie Collins has a neck issue, out. That's from when he hit the moving train, the human train, Derrick Henry last week. Messed up his neck. He's out for the game. Jaron Kearse, He's out as well, the safety. Taylor Decker's got a groin. He's questionable. Kicker Matt Prater with a back injury. He's questionable, limited practice. I'm sure he'll be going though. Frank Ragnow, throat. Got that fractured throat, questionable, limited practices as well. Cornerback Daryl Roberts has a hip. He's questionable. He's full practice, so he should be going for sure. Then there's another one I don't understand. Matt Stafford has his ribs are destroyed. His thumb's jacked up. He's questionable, limited practice. I don't even know why he's not locked down. He should be done for the year. You're not making the playoffs. We know how tough you are, Matt. We know how tough you are, but we still don't know what's going to be happening with you in 2021. I don't understand why you're playing. This just tells me that he's coming back 150%. Stuff like this. He's coming back, and that's fine. Okay? It's fine that he's coming back. I have no issues with him coming back. But stay healthy, man. Like, just try to heal up, okay? Just whatever. We'll get to that in a bit. Then right tackle, Big V. Can't say his name still. Having trouble. Concussion, questionable, full practice. I'm sure he's a go. Cornerback Mike Ford with a foot injury, full practice, probably game time decision. And then Julian Aguara, third-round rookie that we drafted out of Notre Dame, has a knee injury. He was a full practice all week, a full practice on Friday. So he'll probably be game time decision. I think he was activated to the roster as well. So it'd be good to see a little bit of Julian Aguilar. We've barely seen him all year. He's been hurt. He's barely played. So it's just been a train wreck of a year for the Detroit Lions. Now on to the team rankings, guys. We'll go with the Bucs offense right away. Yards per game, they throw for 362.3, puts them at 17th. They're not a rush. They don't have a very good rushing team. They rush for 93.9 yards a game, puts them at 29. They're a good passing team, though. Tom Brady, TB12, Tom, terrific. Passes for 268.4, puts them at number 6. So they do rely on their passing game. And they score 28.6 points a game, puts them in the top 10 at 8th overall. So they rely on their passing game, which was really good, and they can score points. They can really score points. And then onto their defense. Their defense is pretty good. Yards per game. They give up 333.1 yards. That puts them at 6. They only give up 77.8 yards on the ground. Man, that's insane as a defense. That puts them at number 1. So you can't rush on them. and we don't have a rushing team. So you can't run on them. They're number one in the league against the run, so good luck. Passing, you can kind of pass on this team. 255.3 yards they give up, but puts them at 24. So you can pass on them. Points, they don't give up a lot of points. They give up 22.9 points per game. That puts them at number 12. So they got a really good defense, especially in the run game, especially not giving up a lot of scores. So they have a really good defense. You know, they got that kind of bend but don't break, but they do have some playmakers over there. So they have a really good defense, man. Now on to the Lions offense. Yards per game. We total up 357.1 yards a game. It puts them at 19. We rush for only 92.6 yards, worse than the Bucs, so it puts us at 30. We pass for 264.5. That puts us at 7th. Passing game is good, I think. I think our passing game is good. It's not the problem, that's for sure. It's not the issue. You know what I mean? So we do pass for quite a bit. We rely on our passing game, just kind of like the Bucs. So Stafford's going to have to wing it all game if he's playing, and I'm sure he is, because he's crazy for one, and I don't know, man. I just think he should be sitting. Whatever. And then as an offense, we score 23.9 points a game. It puts us at 19. Not good enough. So our defense, guys, we give up 401.4 yards, total yards a game. Puts us at 30. You can rush for 137.3 yards. Puts us at 29th. You can pass all over us as well. 264.1 we give up, puts us at 27th. And we give up 31.1 points per game, baby. It puts us at 32. Worst in the league, man. So the defense is pure trash. Guys, there's nothing good to talk about, man. We just, we're even in this game, we're missing out on our best linebacker now. Now our best linebacker, Jamie Collins, is out. So who are you going to see in there, man? You're going to see Miles Killebrew more in there. You're going to see more Reggie Ragland. You're just going to, it's going to be a mess, man. It's going to be an absolute mess. So the defense is junk, guys. Now, let's go to the analysis. Let's go to the analysis of the quarterbacks, man. We'll start off with the quarterbacks. You guys know how I like to do it. I just like to do a little comparisons while talking about the game itself. We'll start off with the Buccaneers because they're the away team. So TB12, baby, Tom Brady. By the way, one of my favorite players of all time. Okay, just to let you guys know that he's one of my favorite players of all time. Michigan, baby, Michigan. You know what I mean? Right over there. I've always loved Tom Brady. I always hoped that he would eventually become a Detroit Lion. You know, those days when he was in New England, those dreams kind of faded away. I always wanted the Lions to draft him, though, but we just never did. And he went to New England and sixth round, and the rest is history. You know what I mean? He became the best quarterback ever to play the game, in my opinion. But Tom Brady, guys, versus Matt Stafford coming in here. If Matt Stafford can't go, you got Chase Daniel. I'm going with TB12. TB12, man, still at 45 years old or wherever how old he is, man, is still getting the job done. He's an animal. He's the professor. He's the man. Okay, he's just fun to watch, man. A lot of people like to make fun of him, call him a whiny punk and all that stuff, and call him a crybaby. He's just a gamer. You know what I mean? And then if Stafford sits there and doesn't say anything, doesn't do anything, they make fun of him because he's a quiet guy. You know, so you know what I mean? I'm a huge Tom Brady fan, man, and he's getting a check mark from me. And as a quarterback, I think he's better than Matt Stafford. So running backs, guys, they got Ronald Jones out, which is pretty big for them. But they got Leonard Fournette, LaShawn McCoy, Keyshawn Vaughn, the rookie, and then Kenyon Barner is more of a special teams kind of guy. You're going to see a lot of Leonard Fournette and probably LaShawn McCoy. You might see some Keyshawn Vaughn as well over there. Versus our guys, DeAndre Swift, Adrian Peterson, Kerryon Johnson, Jason Gabinda. Really, guys, there's not really too much here that sways me to each side. So I'm going to kind of go down the middle. I'm just going to pick a tie here. Really, I don't think Fournette is phenomenal, but if he gets going, he can be a force to stop. I love DeAndre Swift. You know what I mean? LaShawn McCoy, I think his days have come and gone. I still like AP, you know what I mean? But his days have come and gone as well. Keyshawn Vaughn, too young. Kerryon Johnson, I still has a little bit of juice left. They just don't use him enough anymore, which is fine. whatever. But I'm going to give that X right in the middle. Right in the middle. Give these guys a tie. Couldn't really pick who was the better unit here, so I'm going to go with a tie here, guys. Now on to the wide receivers. They got Mike Evans, really good number one. Chris Godwin, who's another number one, not having the greatest year this year. Had some injuries. He just hasn't been that great this year. Injuries have held him back. Antonio Brown, who had his breakout game last week, still can get it done. Deep ball, Scotty Miller. They got over there Tyler Johnson, the rookie, and then Justin Watson. I'm not sure how much he'll play. But we got Marvin Jones, who's been forced into that number one spot because Kenny Galladay out. Danny Amendola, Mohamed Sanu Sr., the rookie Quintez Cephas out of Wisconsin, and then we got the trickster Jamal Agnew, who gets like one or two looks a game. He should get more looks, I think, but that's a whole other thing. Now you guys know what's going on with us. Kenny Galladay out again, so the check mark's going to go over to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers side, guys. Mike Evans and Chris Godwin and Antonio Brown are much better than what we have over here. No disrespect to Detroit Lions wide receiver unit. It's just that they got some ballers over there, man. Chris Godwin, even though he hasn't had the greatest year, is still a force. You know what I mean? So check mark goes to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and their squad as well. So now on to the tight ends, guys. This is a pretty good one. This is a pretty good matchup too, guys. They got Rob Gronkowski, the man, love Gronk, big old teddy bear, big Gronk. Cameron Brate. Then they got Tanner Hudson, who's more of a special teams kind of guy over there in Tampa Bay. Versus our guys, T.J. Hawkinson, Pro Bowler, Jesse James, and then the rookie that I liked a lot coming out of college, Hunter Bryant, had a nice big catch last year. Big catch for 44 yards last week, I meant to say. Sorry. And then they tried to go to him deep again, and he almost jumped over a guy and made a circus catch. So the kid's he's more of a wide receiver, man. He's more of a wide receiver. But he did have some nice blocks last week. I'm going to give the slight edge to the Detroit Lions over here, guys. Gronk's still the man, still getting it done. No disrespect to Gronk, but I think Hawk's going to be taking over eventually one day soon, I think, as one of the best tight ends in the league. Not the best, but he's top 5 right now this year. In his second year, he's a beast. I think Jesse James and Cameron Brate. Cameron Brate's probably better than Jesse James offensively, 100%. And then Hunter Bryant, I think, is just better than Tanner Hudson. Hunter Bryant was kind of the X factor for me here. So the slight edge is going to go to the Detroit Lions here, guys, just in that tight end unit. It's a great matchup, man. It's 3 versus 3 here, and it's a really good matchup. I really like it. Now on to the O-line, guys. They got left tackle Donovan Smith, left guard Ali Marpet, center, or Ali Marpet, whatever, however you say his last name. Center Ryan Jensen, right guard Alex Kappa, and then right tackle Tristan Wirth, the rookie out of Iowa, I believe. I believe he's a Hawk guy, so him and Hawk will have something to say to each other. And then, our guys are kind of banged up. We got Taylor Decker, who's probably playing left tackle, Jonah Jackson, the rookie, Frank Ragnow, who's banged up, playing, then Ode Abushi, right guard, which I can't stand. I'd like to see Logan Stenberg in there. I don't know why. You have to evaluate some guys here, okay? You have to start evaluating guys. I don't know why Logan Stenberg's not getting any playing time. How bad is he? You know what I mean? He was a 4th-round pick. It's not like he was that high of a pick. 4th rounder, he should be getting some playing time, so it just makes me wonder, because Abushi's terrible. He's awful, so I don't know. Then you got Big V back at right tackle. He'll be playing, so I expect him probably to get hurt this game. I really do, because he gets hurt every other game. Every time he comes back, he just gets hurt. So we'll see, man. If Taylor Decker can't go, I expect maybe a guy like Dan Skipper to go in there at left tackle, which is dangerous. Or it could be Matt Nelson, the converted defensive end. You never know. He could go in there. If Ragnow can't go, I expect Joe Dahl to go back in there. And then if Big V gets hurt, it could be a Matt Nelson. It could be a Joe Dahl. It could be a Dan Skipper. It could be anything going on here. We could have a huge shuffle going on here. But I do like our O-line unit. I think we do have a little bit better of an O-line unit, but with the injuries, I'm just going to give it right down the middle, guys. I'm not going to give a winner or a loser here. I'm going to give a check mark right down the middle. It's a tie for me here. Now on to the defense, guys. This is where it gets really interesting. Not in our favor though. Let's start off with their D line. They got Shaq Barrett who can play in the front, or who can stand up, go down on all threes. He's an animal. He's a really good rushing D lineman / linebacker. Then they got Jason Pierre-Paul, who's still getting it done, the veteran. Then they got Ndamukong Suh, who's still a monster in the middle there. But then they got William Golston, a defensive tackle. Steve McClendon, another DT. Rakeem Nunez, Roches, defensive tackle. Anthony Nelson, defensive end. Patrick O'Connor, I think he used to be a Detroit Lion. I think we drafted this guy a few years back, man, as a defensive tackle. And then they got Khalil Davis, the rookie, who's in and out, man. He hasn't really got too much playing time this year for the Bucs. They have a really good defensive front, really good D-line, guys. Versus our guys, you know who we got? Romeo Okwara. We got the rookie Jonathan Penasini out of Utah. Everson Griffin's back from this COVID list. He's back. Nick Williams, Austin Bryant, defensive end. Kevin Strong, D-tackle. Frank Herron, D-tackle. Hopefully Julian Okwara is back. He might be back. I think he got activated to the 53-man roster. We'll see if he's coming back, though. I'm not too sure how much playing time he'll get, but he could be on the sidelines. It all depends if he's dressed or not. But we need to evaluate him. We need to see him in the game. Then Kareem Martin, another guy that was activated again last week, but never got any playing time. I don't even think he dressed. I think he was just on the sidelines. So versus the guys I said in Tampa Bay, I'm taking the check mark goes to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They got some forces, man. Barrett's a beast, JPP, and Ndamukong Suh. You know what I mean? Those three guys are, you have to know where those guys are every single snap, because they can put some damage on you. So the check marks going to the Tampa Bay Bucs. Now on to the linebackers, guys. They got Devin White, Levante David, Cam Gill, Kevin Minter, and Chappelle Russell is more of a special teams guy. Kevin Minter, the veteran. Devin White, man, is one of the better linebackers in the league. He's a playmaking linebacker. He can get to the quarterback, racks up a lot of tackles, just does a lot of things, man. He's a playmaker, okay? Gets a couple picks, you know what I mean? He does good things. And Levante David, the seasoned veteran who's still getting it done. Now on to our guys. We have no Jamie Collins today. So that's our best linebacker out, okay? So you got Reggie Ragland, Christian Jones, Jelani Tavai, Jared Davis, Miles Killebrew, and Jalen Reeves-Maben. Killebrew and Maben are special teams guys. I don't know if they'll get some more playing time because guys like Collins will be out. But you're going to see Ragland in there a lot. You're going to see Christian Jones. You're going to see Tavai and Davis in there. It's a terrible linebacker unit. To me, it's one of the worst linebacking unit in the league. Like, top 3 worst, for sure. Personally, in my opinion. Versus their guys. Check marks go on to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Devon White and Levante David are animals, especially Devon White, man. Those guys, they just make plays, man. They're playmakers. You know what I mean? Make a play, Detroit. For once in your life, defensively. Make a damn play. You won't, though. Now on to the DBs, guys. They got Antoine Winfield, the promising rookie out of Minnesota. I love this kid coming out of college, man. Hard-hitting, enthusiastic, full of energy, makes plays. I love him, man. He's a solid rookie. He's back. I think he was hurt last week. I think he's back for them this week. Versus, they also got Jordan Whitehead, safety, Sean Murphy-Bunting, the cornerback, Jamal Dean, another corner, Mike Edwards, safety, Russ Cockrell, another corner, Ryan Smith, corner, Herb Miller, cornerback, and Andrew Adams, cornerback. Miller and Adams, not sure how much playing time they get, but they've accumulated a couple stats this year. Now they got their best corner out, Carlton Davis, who's out. And to me, he's their best cornerback. I feel he is. So you're going to have Sean Murphy, Bunting, and Jamal Dean, whoever be on Marvin Jones. It'll probably be Bunting in my eyes. Versus our guys, Tracy Walker, Deron Harmon, Armani Oruwariye, Darryl Roberts, Will Harris, Justin Coleman, Michael Ford, CJ Moore, Alex Myers, who got memed. He got famous from King Henry last week, and then Bobby Price, man, another undrafted free agent who will be a little bit of safety, a little bit of special teams. Check marks going over to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and their side, guys. We don't really have any playmakers over here. We got guys that are hurt. Our first-round draft pick, 3rd overall guy, Jeff Okudah, out, IR. True Font, out. Who else is hurt in that secondary? Jaron Curse is out as a safety. So you've been seeing a lot of Will Harris. We're just in a lot of trouble. We're just in a lot of trouble, just like every week, but it's just worse. Our secondary is really banged up. Now, guys, on how I said this is going to be a really strange game. Now, our team our coaching staff got lit up with this COVID thing, okay? I don't know if anybody has COVID in the coaching staff. As far as I know, nobody has it. They all tested negative. We requested as a Lions organization to move this game to tomorrow because guys like Bevel, Corey Unlin, all could have came back, but Roger Goodell, who's a douchebag, by the way, says no to us moving a game to Sunday. Says no. So now we got to go with Rob Prince, our wide receiver coach, as the head coach, which I'm fine with, okay? He's an energetic guy. He knows what he's doing. You know what I mean? He's a fired up dude, but he's coming in to be the head coach, okay? Then we got no Corey Unlin, our DC. And I'm not too worried about that because he's terrible, okay? I can't put it too much on him though because it is Patricia's scheme. You know what I mean? So he's working with Patricia's scheme, Patricia's players. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to bash too much on Corey Unlin. But now, do you know who's calling the plays for the Detroit Lions? Some guy named Evan Rothstein. Okay, you want to know who he is? He's the research analysis assistant on the inside. He's not even on the field. So he's going to be out there calling defensive plays. Now, how he's going to, okay, I'm not knocking this kid because I don't know him from Adam. Nobody does. Nobody knows. But he's never been on the field in a professional level, okay? On a professional level. I don't know if this guy's probably coached in the college ranks or something, somewhere along the line. I never really did my total research on it, but all I know is that this guy is an inside guy for the Detroit Lions. He's a research analysis assistant. So he's not on the field. Like, for practices, maybe, but he's really not on the field. You know what I mean? So he's going to be literally our defensive coordinator. And then we're going to have Sean Ryan, our quarterback coach, who's calling plays for Matthew Stafford. So that's not bad. That's not as bad. I'm more worried about the Evan Rothstein thing. Our defense is already bad enough. You know what I mean? Maybe this guy all of a sudden become the genius of the NFL, this Rothstein kid. Who knows? All of a sudden, this kid will be the best play caller in the planet. I'm going to say absolutely not, but it could happen. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just paranoid that the Bucs are going to drop like 50 points on us, man. Because of this. It's bad enough that our defense sucks. Now we got this. So this could be disastrous. This is going to be a bad look on you, Goodell, too. This is a bad look. This is a bad look for the NFL, man. You could have moved this game up one to get some coaches back. But you didn't, which is absolutely ridiculous. Now, on how we're going to win this game, guys, I don't see us winning this game, okay? Their defense is too good. Tampa Bay's defense is too good. You can kind of throw on them. So I expect Stafford, if he stays healthy the whole game, and that's a huge if. That's a huge if because this last week against the Titans, okay, they don't have a good passing attack, like a good rushing attack. They don't get to the quarterback. And when they did get to the quarterback, Stafford got hurt. He only got hit like 4 or 5 times, but the last 2 times he got hit, he got knocked out of the game. I think a lot of it had to do was that they weren't going to win the football game. I think Bevel pulled him, but he got hurt on those 2 hits. They got hurt on those 2 hits. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are a lot different team than the Tennessee Titans. The Buccaneers can actually get to the quarterback. They can get to the quarterback. And they got Sue over there, man. They got Sue over there who's not mentally right in the head. He's not. He's an ex-Lion. He's coming back home. He could be, you're getting one of 2 things from him, man. You're going to get the mean Sue, or you're going to get the Sue that's good. He's going to be friendly Sue. And who knows? I don't know what his relationship was with Matt Stafford. I hope it was good. I really do. I think they've played each other before, though. I think Sue's been to Ford Field before as a Buccaneer. I'm pretty sure he has, man. Was it even last year or 2 years ago? I'm trying to remember. But I I don't like this. I really don't like this, man. I really don't like the outcome that this is going to be, because we're not going to run on this team. Okay, it's the best rushing defense in the league, by far the best rushing defense in the league. They don't give up any yards or scores. They just really don't, man. You know what I mean? 77 yards on the ground is what this team gives up, Tampa Bay. And we don't have a rushing attack. We just don't. No knock on DeAndre Swift or Adrian Peterson. We just don't have it. We're just not that. We're not good on the ground. This is all going to rely on Matthew Stafford. Tampa Bay knows this. Okay, they're going to pin their ears back and they're coming for him. They're coming for number 9, and it could turn into a disaster. This could turn into a complete disaster. I'm kind of feeling for Matt today. I'm feeling for number 9, bro. I'm feeling for him. I really, really am. So the only way to really beat this team, is, you know what I mean? You can't say just make Brady throw, because Brady is a really good passer. You know, he's the silent assassin. He's the professor. You know what I mean? He's going to destroy you. He's going to destroy you. Tampa doesn't run the ball well, but that doesn't matter. We don't do anything well defensively. So, but the thing is, to win, you have to hope and pray on defense. Okay? Hope and pray. And then on offense, you have to protect Stafford. That's the only way. That's the only way you can win against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, is protect Stafford and give him time to throw the football and make plays. And our wide receivers really have to ball out, man. Hawkinson, Marvin Jones, Amendola, Sanu, they all have to ball out. So that's the only way, man. That's the only way, guys. Now, the prediction of the game, I don't see us scoring a lot of points. I'm going to say 40-20. 40-20. 40-20 for Tampa Bay. I don't see us scoring a lot of points, and I see them just rolling us offensively. So that's my video, guys. Like I said, man, it's going to be this is a tough matchup. I feel for Matthew Stafford today. This is a whole other animal coming in than Tennessee Titans last week. This is a team that gets after the quarterback and makes plays and hits the quarterback a lot. Okay? And you got a guy come playing, and I don't know if he's playing. The last time I heard he was questionable. I'd be putting in Chase Daniel. By the time this video is uploaded, maybe it's Chase Daniel. I don't know, because I'm doing this video late again, like I always do, because that's just the way I do it, because I got so much crap going on. Okay, so this is the way it is, guys. 40-20 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm rooting for a Lions win always, guys. I'm just trying to be realistic. Okay, guys. Thanks for the video, guys. That's how it is. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to hit the bottom right subscribe button. Boom. Like and comment. That's what it's all about. Negative, positive. It's all about that, man. I'll come back to you on the feedback, and then hit the notification bell, hit all my videos, and then check it out. All right, guys. Let's go. Go Lions. Boom.